Yo, what's going on guys, Ethan Feds here, and today we are going to continue the what if story on what if Deku stayed quirkless. Now, the last we left off we were at when Deku saw the explosion from the sludge monster taking over Bakugo's body, and Deku jumped off the top of the building that he was on with All Might and ran down. Now we get to the part where the heroes just get there to see what the hell's going on and see fire and destruction everywhere from Bakugo's thing, and then from Bakugo's explosions, and they start fighting him. They start fighting the sludge villain, and they come to realize that they don't have the right quirks to fight the sludge villain, and we need to wait for someone who has the right quirk. And Deku's and All Might just got there, and he was like, oh, "What's going on?" And he looks and sees that the sludge villain is there with Bakugo, and he's like, oh, "Damn it! I wish I didn't waste my time." And then Deku, he kind of like bolts in, and All Might was like, "What was that?" And he sees Deku stop and then go in between the crowds. He's like, "Is that's the kid?" And Deku sees Bakugo with that like face, and Deku's like, oh, "God damn it!" And his legs just move without him realizing it. And the next thing he knows, he's running towards the sludge villain and takes off his bag and throws it at the sludge villain's face, and he's like, "Ah, what the hell?" And Deku starts pulling at the sludge, and he was like, "Damn, this isn't working." And just before the sludge villain could grab his hand to pull him in, Deku jumps back and like, damn, and he picks up a couple rocks and like throws them like shurikens at the sludge villain's other eye, and he's like, "Ah, god damn it!" And Deku runs and picks up like a pipe that fell off one of the sides of the buildings, and he grabs it and he runs as fast as he can and sticks it like just like here to the side of Bakugo, digs it right in and like flicks it out, and Bakugo's like, "Ah, come on!" And Deku grabs his shoulders and pulls him out and jumps back and like lands on his back and like slides a bit, and then Bakugo's like, "You damn nerd, I didn't need you to help," and then he passes out. And Deku starts jumping around from like the sides of the building, and he's like, "I need to find a way to stop this villain." And then the villain went to attack Bakugo, and All Might just slides in, stops, and is like, "You're not going to hurt this kid. Detroit Smash!" And he hits him, and just went boom, and the clouds and that just parted, and everyone's like, "Damn!" And then it starts to rain, and they're like, "All Might just changed the weather with that one punch. Oh my, oh my!" And then Deku with Kane landed back down, and the reporters and all the civilians that were watching him, they're like, "Dude, kid, you're so amazing. What quirk do you have?" And he's like, they started asking him random questions like, "What's your name and what type of quirk do you have?" He's like, "My name is Izuku Midoriya and I am quirkless." And they were like, "Really? Are you sure? Because the way you were running, you should have like a speed quirk or a strength quirk." He's like, "No, I am actually quirkless." And they were like, "Wait, then how do you do all of that?" And Deku explains a little bit. It's like, "This is just from hard training, and I'm going to become the first quirkless hero." Like, he looks dead into like the camera, and he's like, "I am Izuku Midoriya, and I will become the first quirkless hero." And then he walks off, and then as we know in canon, Bakugo comes up to him. He's like, "I don't owe you anything," and then I'm going to like make Deku after this a little bit cocky, and he was just like, "Well, actually, you owe me your life because I saved it." And he's like, "Damn you!" And he's like, "Nah, I'm joking." And then Bakugo angrily walks off, and All Might just comes and is like, "I am here. You, Izuku Midoriya. You were very brave in that fight. Even knowing you were quirkless, you still saved him and did something that the other heroes couldn't do. And that made me want to help. You made me go plus ultra." And Deku's like, "Thank you." And he's like, "I actually came here for two reasons. The first reason, I will be a teacher at UA." And Deku's like, "Oh, really?" And All Might was like, "Yes." And the second thing is, I am looking for a successor. And Deku was like, "Successor? What do you mean?" He's like, "I am looking for someone to pass on my quirk." And he's like, he starts like a little bit of muttering like he did in canon. He's like, "Well, I don't think that's possible because, as we all know, quirks are unique to everyone who has them." And he's like, "Well, yes, but I was given this quirk." And Deku was like, "Really?" And he's like, and almost like did this hand thing. He was like, "I want you to become my successor." And Deku was like, "Thank you, All Might, but I have to refuse." And All Might's like, "Wait, really, kid?" And Deku was like, "Yes, I have my own dreams to become the first quirkless hero, to bring hope to those who don't have quirks." And he was like, "That's a very good dream, kid. Are you sure? Because with my power." And he's like, "I'm sure, All Might." And All Might was like, "I understand, kid, but at least let me help you train more for this next 10 months." And Deku was like, "Of course, All Might." And they leave together to go to the beach. Or, no, Deku goes back home, and All Might tells him to meet him at the beach in the morning to see, like what they're going to do for training. And Deku goes home and he opens his front door to his apartment or whatever, and Izuku's mom is like, "Izuku!" She runs in and hugs him. It's like, "That was very dangerous." And he was like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "What you did with that villain?" And he was like, "That was broadcast?" And she was like, "Yes." And I noticed how you were fighting, and you said what your dream will be, to be the first quirkless hero to bring hope to others who don't have a quirk. I support you and I love you, my baby boy." And Deku was like, "I know, Mum. I'm gonna go to sleep now because I'm a little bit tired." And then he wakes up, eats his breakfast, and then goes to the beach to meet All Might there. And All Might's like, "Ha, you are here, boy. You are here, young Midoriya." And Deku's just like, "Yes, I am here. So what are we going to do for training?" And All Might buffs up. He's like, "You see this beach? You're going to clean it." And it was like, "Oh yeah, because that would work all the different muscles everywhere." And he's like, "Yes, this will help you become far stronger." And All Might notices Deku's wearing like wrist things, ankle weights, and like this that's super weighted. And he was like, "Kid, what are those?" And he's like, "Oh, these are just weighted clothing." And he's like, "That's a very smart way to train. How much weight is that each?" And Deku goes, 400 kilograms. And All Might goes, "Are you serious, kid? And you were fighting with that?" And he was like, "Yes, and I am faster and stronger when I take them off." And he's just like, "That's good." And then the first month, Deku comes back to the beach with All Might, and All Might sees that they're a tiny bit bigger, and he's like, what is this, Midoriya? Have your weights got bigger? And he's like, yes, every month I add 50 kgs onto it. And he's like, that's very smart, young Midoriya. And do the same thing through the 10 months, and here comes the entrance exam. And Izuku just walks up and he's like, this is where I start my dream. This is gonna be the end of the video. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and if you're going to subscribe, hit that bell. It's your boy Ethan. Stay golden.